What's going on, people? It's Insomnitech here, giving you sick people a dose of gaming news. You can also find me over on XboxNexus.com, where we feed you a delicious scoop of all things Xbox. First up on the gaming rundown for September 22nd, 2017, we have an article over on the PlayStation blog by a Donald Mustard. This article is from a couple weeks ago, about 12 days to be exact. This was on, I think, the 10th? This article is titled Fortnite Battle Royale launches September 26th. That's only a few days away, about 4 days ago. Hop in and test the new 100-player PvP mode now ahead of its official launch. The article then says, yeah, we made a PvP mode for Fortnite. We love the Battle Royale games like PUBG and thought Fortnite would make a great foundation for our own version. We're excited to announce a new mode coming to Fortnite September 26th, Battle Royale, 100 players, one giant map, battle bus, Fortnite building skills combined with intense PvP combat. The last player standing wins. Now this is interesting because today we had some news come out with the Battlegrounds developers talking about this mode from Fortnite, and it gets a little deeper because, you know, they're in a contract together, the guys over at Epic Games. And I'm going to read you my second article on the rundown here. This article is over on Kotaku, and it's by Jason Schreier. The article is titled Battlegrounds Developers Attack Fortnite for Replicating Game. Jason, in this article, he says, in a press release this morning, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds developer Bluehole took a shot at Epic Games, calling out Fortnite for cloning the 100-man PvP gameplay style with its upcoming free update Battle Royale. The article then goes on, quote from Bluehole, it says, we had an ongoing relationship with Epic Games throughout PUBG's development, as they are the creators of the Unreal Engine 4, the engine we licensed. Now this gets very interesting, and it delves into, you know, is it ethical that they did this, or are they legally obligated not to do such a thing, because that could technically be, you know, could be stealing IP, especially if they're linked together and they're sharing technology. Now, I don't know, you know, how, I guess the legality of that situation is, you know, what kind of contract they were in. Now, we know that in the gaming industry, this happens all the time, where games come out and a similar type of game comes out. I mean, that's just, you know, the nature of the business. Are people, you know, I mean, could you put this in its own genre, you know? Like people talk about the Dark Souls. I mean, this is always said, it's always said in games, hey, this is the Dark Souls of this genre or something. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I'm going to read you a little more of the quote. This is Bluehole Vice President Chang Hong Kim said in a press release, after listening to the growing feedback of our community and reviewing the gameplay for ourselves, we are concerned that Fortnite may be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known. Then it goes on, and Jason also says Bluehole Kim closed the press release with an ominous note that he said his company plans to contemplate further action on, you know, this matter. And that kind of gets, like I said, interesting on whether you can actually kind of lock down the rights to make all games like Battle Royale. We know going back to other games have done this, going back to, what is it called? Never mind the name. I can't remember. It's the zombie game, or H1Z1. That's it. That game goes back and did a Battle Royale. I mean, we've even seen this in Arma, I believe. You know, DayZ might even did something similar. I mean, it actually, you know, if you just throw zombies in PUBG, it's basically DayZ. But, you know, we'll see what happens with that. And then I'd like to do a different section today. Something I didn't do yesterday. It's going to be a tweet of the day. A tweet that I found interesting is GN Twitter. They put out a tweet that says, hold your hats, hashtag Red Dead Redemption 2 announcement is coming. Interesting because we already know that this game is coming out. I mean, I'm pretty sure they already announced it. But they had a video inside of the tweet. That said, next Thursday, September 28th at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK, there will be an announcement, and it seems that they think the announcement is going to show more about the story trailer. It's going to be more of like a story trailer and showing off that aspect of the game, kind of what the story delves into. And I found that pretty interesting. Here's another article on the rundown. This is over on GameSpot, titled, "You can try the Xbox One X this weekend ahead of launch." Kevin wrote, Microsoft Xbox One X is still over a month away from release, but you'll have a chance to go hands-on with the console early. Microsoft is partnering with Best Buy to host demos of the new console this weekend. This is very exciting news. Microsoft is doing more and more deals to promote the Xbox One X. And here's another one to add to the list, Taco Bell and Doritos. I'm going to get into that in the fourth article because I wrote a little something on my website. Kevin goes on to say, on Saturday, September 23rd and Sunday, September 24th, select Best Buy stores across the U.S. will have an Xbox One X on display with Forza Motorsport 7, giving many their first opportunity to play the upcoming console. Saturday session will be available from 12 p.m. To 7 p.m. local time, while Sunday's demo will run from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. And you can find a link to that, of course, in the description. That is very interesting, and I'm going to get right into my next article on the rundown because it kind of goes with that. I wrote this up earlier before I seen this article over on GameSpot about the Best Buy deal, but it's about Xbox marketing. Is Xbox doing enough? That's the title of the article, and as of recently, I think the answer to that is yes, and here's exactly why. Microsoft has signed these big deals with Taco Bell, Doritos, Mountain Dew, all within a short couple of months, and now we see that Best Buy is also teaming up with Microsoft, and this is very interesting. This is a shift in the gaming spectrum of PlayStation dominating all those, and it looks like PlayStation, is kind of actually taking a back seat in seeing where Microsoft goes with this, because where are all the promotions from PlayStation's? The last few months they've been really quiet actually over there, except for their ugly consoles that they're coming out with. That camo Call of Duty console, it just that thing looks terrible, by the way. The reason I brought this article up is because I seen a video over on Cow Chop channel. Microsoft invited those guys out a couple of days ago to play Forza 7, to play PUBG, and I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned it in the video, they were playing Cuphead as well. And that's great for Microsoft. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to get YouTubers in the door, guys who can push, the console to the mainstream audience. And it's like Microsoft is opening up their eyes. They're finally starting to take notice that Sony was taking all these deals and running away with all the third parties and making all that cash. Here's hoping they keep the ball rolling, and maybe the media will take notice, and maybe we'll get, an IGN or that mentioning Xbox more often than not. Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing what deals, what promotions, what specials these guys over at Microsoft headquarters come out with next, because I'm an Xbox fan. I'm a fan of all gaming, PlayStation, Nintendo, all that, and PC. I like all of it. There's something to be said about all the consoles, all the PC gaming, the portables. I mean, everybody has their own preference and niche. And like someone like me, hey, my preference is to like them all. Is to game when I'm on the go with a Switch, if I don't have one yet, but hopefully I will, and it's to play on my couch with an Xbox or a PlayStation, and it's to play when I'm just got off work and I just want to jump in a quick match, maybe PUBG or something, or another game I was playing, Mass Effect Andromeda, something on the PC when I'm just sitting at my computer and I just want to play. There's something to be said about all those outlets. Like they say, and a lot of people actually do mention this, that the people that grew up gaming are now the people that have jobs, the people that have the money, or people that grew up gaming, so they understand gaming more. It's not like my father or my parents, per se, when they grew up, they weren't really playing consoles when they were kids. They were actually in the woods. Whoa, what are the woods? I don't know. I've never seen the woods before. Psych. I am probably the last generation that actually did see the woods. But I want to thank you for tuning into my channel, Insomnitech Gaming. Remember, you can find me on XboxNexus.com, on Facebook and Twitch /Insomnitech, or on Twitter @Insomnitech, guys. Thanks. If you liked it, please leave a like and think about subscribing.